Good afternoon, Belize. It's midday and you're tuned into the news at noon, where we bring you the latest updates from around the country. I'm Isana Kayatano and here's what's making headlines today. Belmopan double murder shatters family. Police probe cross-district links in double murder. 3 charged as Ladyville murder plot unraveled. Briceño backed as PUP unveils key resolutions, and Paho warns of climate fuel Chikungunya rise. These stories are coming up in just 1 minute.
I'm Brittany. My stories are heartfelt and bring a fresh perspective. On the job, there is no challenge too great. Flooded highways, raging fires, or asking tough questions. My determination and willingness to connect with people help to deliver stories that put you, our viewers, at the forefront of issues. My motto? Accurate, timely, and relevant. I am News 5.
Welcome back. Police in Belmopan are investigating a double murder that claimed the lives of 2 cousins, 21-year-old Zamar Alvarez and 20-year-old Calvert Webster. The young men were walking along a neighborhood sidewalk on Friday night when someone from the group they were with suddenly pulled out a gun and opened fire. As investigators tried to piece together what led to the deadly attack, Alvarez's mother, Alina Alvarez, is struggling to make sense of it all. She told News 5 she never knew her son to be a troublemaker. Sitting inside his bedroom, holding a photo of him in her lap, she shared her grief and disbelief.
I miss my child. I'm his mother. I'm his aunt. I'm his uncle. My mama is I'm the only child from my mom. I tried my best. I did my very best. Nobody in my family is not a gangbang person. My child is not a gangbanger. I always told him, I'm your gang. I am your gang. You're my gang. I work hard for my son. So please, I beg you, the lies, the things that you guys are saying about my child, please stop. I just want you guys to know my tears that I dropped, the tears. You guys did so. You guys took away my everything, my joy. He was my hope. He was my peace. I love Zamar Alvarez so much. I love my child. I love him with all my heart. I love him with all. You guys took away something that I will never. I don't know how can I go past this? I have my other 2 kids. How can I? They love their brother.
Meanwhile, the double murder in Belmopan isn't being treated as an isolated attack. According to Home Affairs Minister Oscar Mira, investigators now believe Friday night's killings are connected to the recent flare-ups of violence in La Democracia and Belize City. Minister Mira told News 5 that police are actively pursuing those links and are committed to digging into every lead. He says the Belize Police Department will leave no stone unturned as they work to understand who is behind this widening chain of violent events and why it's spreading across multiple communities.
It is a spill-off of what happened in Democracia. It's a spill-off of what happened in Belize City. And unfortunately, these guys came to hide in Belmopan. The police department is actively pursuing all the leads that they have. We have done significant work and we have done significant investigations. The Commissioner of Police has assured me that nothing will be left unturned. And I have also met with the investigators to ensure that the resources are there for them to do a thorough investigation. And we are going to solve this latest murder that happened in Belmopan. Unfortunate for the people of Belmopan, I would say that we are doing everything possible to ensure that these things don't happen. It is also a responsibility for us as a community and for the families to come forward. We are having a lot of pushback from the family. They don't want to come and say anything. They don't want to cooperate with investigation.
Police are tightening the net around those believed to be behind a violent Sunday in Ladyville that left 2 men dead within minutes of each other. 2 more suspects, Isaiah Nigel Beeks and Cameron Lozano, have now been charged with the murder of Elroy Edward Bainton, who was gunned down on January 25th outside the Jew apartment complex on Yellowtail Street. Bainton was shot multiple times and died shortly after at the KHMH. His killing was one of two that same evening. Shootings investigators say appeared linked and may stem from an internal drug-related dispute. Beeks and Lozano joined Carol Paul Rodas, who was charged last week, bringing the number of men accused in Bainton's murder to 3. Meanwhile, in the second fatal shooting that night, police officer Kenry Allen has been charged with the murder of Shaquem Ferguson, who was killed just minutes after Bainton. What's emerging is a picture of a community rattled by a chain of violence, and an investigation now moving quickly to determine who was behind it and why. Over the weekend, the People's United Party packed the Belmopan Comprehensive School with roughly 1,500 delegates for its National Party Council meeting. Beyond numbers, the party says it was about rallying the base, taking stock of the political moment, and laying out the next steps as the PUP marks its 75th anniversary. From reaffirming support for Prime Minister John Briceño, to backing a pause on the BTL SpeedNet acquisition talks, to endorsing the final rollout of NHI and the Million Tree Initiative, delegates checked off a full slate of resolutions aimed at shaping the country's policy agenda. Here's some of what Party Leader John Briceño shared from the podium.
Businesses are thriving and more jobs are being created. We have restored confidence here at home and we have restored confidence abroad. But we did not do these things simply to recover. Yes, we did these things to better the life of everyone, but we also did them to prepare. We're preparing our young people for careers in a changing global economy. We're preparing communities with roads, better electricity, digital access, and services that attract investments. We're preparing our institutions to be more transparent, more accountable, and more responsive to you, the people we serve. Why? Because we are future focused.
And finally, health officials across the Americas are sounding the alarm as Chikungunya quietly makes a comeback, this time fueled by extreme heat that's giving the Aedes aegypti mosquito the perfect conditions to thrive. Since late 2025, infections have been climbing in countries that hadn't seen local transmission for years, and new cases are popping up across South America, including Guyana. PAHO isn't calling it a crisis for Belize just yet, but the organization is urging countries to stay sharp. They're pushing for stronger surveillance, better care for vulnerable patients, and a renewed focus on mosquito control, especially clearing the stagnant water where mosquitoes love to breed. The warning is clear: if the region doesn't move quickly, these scattered flare-ups could turn into widespread outbreaks, putting even more pressure on health systems that are already stretched thin. That's a wrap for the news at noon. But don't worry, there's plenty more coming your way at 6 p.m. We'll dive deeper into these stories and more. In the meantime, visit greaterbelize.com and follow us on Facebook for real-time updates. And don't miss Open Your Eyes tomorrow morning for fresh takes on today's headlines. Thanks for tuning in, Belize. Stay informed, stay inspired, and have a fantastic afternoon.